What's happening, YouTube? More motivation reactions back for another one. Y'all bombs Lakers legend Brian Scott and OG Odell Polynice destroy Team Mac and wait for the Kobe disrespect. So this has been going on for a month now, to the point we have the all-time rankings removing him from the top 10. So get into the video and see what we can learn from it. Anyways, no more talking. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So we have NBA OG Olden Polynice and Lakers Royal
Pollynice.
Byron Scott defending Kobe Bryant's legacy again. Feels like this conversation has extended all the way into a month at this point. And it started by some things Tracy McGrady said. Now, Tracy McGrady attempted to clear up some of those claims that he made as far as him winning championships. If you take Kobe off and put him with Shaq, how well did the Lakers do? He attempted to clarify some of what he meant by what he said initially. Let's check that out.
Everybody knows Kobe's my man. And to go back to those comments, I never should have said replace. I don't want to say I'm replacing Kobe. Kobe's my brother, bro. There is no way in hell I will ever disrespect my brother like that. Yes, it came out as me replacing. I never said I was better than Kobe. Kobe and Shaq is winning 3 championships. At this time, I think by second or third championship, Kobe's probably the best player in the game. When you look at Kobe, and you look at MJ and these guys that are on that tier, it's an obsession that they have with the game of basketball. I will stand on playing with Shaq, though. Yeah, I believe if I'm playing with that big guy, I'm going to championship.
Now, Kobe Bryant has something well known as the Mamba Mentality. It's that clutch, rip your heart out mentality that he had, on both ends of the court. He wanted to take your heart and do everything he could to put his team and himself in the best position, to win and try to go after championships. And really the Mamba mentality is what he saw Michael Jordan doing coming up, in his game. But, you have to perfect those things. You can't just look at somebody do it and become that. You have to actually perfect your craft, which Kobe did. And we're going to look at just how cutthroat he was, because this is one of the things that separates him from a lot of his peers, a lot of people that had similar abilities. You look at Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, and you look at, this focus right here I'm about to show you from Kobe Bryant, even in workouts. Let's see.
To be honest, even when I listen to him talking and I think about all the guys he named, those guys were definitely more talented. Like, Kobe genes are, for a 6'6" guy in the NBA, they're relatively average. Honestly. He didn't jump the highest, he didn't run the fastest, he didn't have the biggest hands, the biggest body. He was like in the middle across the board in terms of other shooting guards in NBA history. So he didn't work with a lot, but he maximized with what he had.
So you have told a story about the two of you on a trip to Germany, where y'all played one-on-one supposedly in a gym, and according to you, you won.
He's supposedly smoked. We didn't play one-on-one.
First of all, did you go to Germany?
We did play one-on-one. We wasn't keeping score. What we were doing...
Who wasn't keeping score?
So what we were doing, we were working on our footwork on the post. We were working out individually, and then we were working on our stuff on the post. We wasn't keeping score. We was playing.
Now, if somebody's playing a workout, and if the person scores, they keep the ball, what is that?
We wasn't keeping score.
Have you ever been with him where he wasn't keeping score?
That's the question.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
That's the question.
Now that you know him, has he ever... I mean, please, he has a cup of coffee and keeps score about who finishes
If he was
first.
keeping score, I wasn't keeping score. But
11-3.
What?
11-3. This is 11-3. I'm not going to pull a number out of thin air. I remember specifically.
You can't believe the guy that doesn't even know the location where we were playing at.
It's a different country, but that's fine.
Different country. Now,
Right.
forget
This was, by the way, 21 years ago.
A lot of different
Yes.
Now, the country may be off. Now, I may forget a lot of things.
You forgot where we played.
One thing I'm not going to forget is the score.
It wasn't 11-3.
Oh, it was.
Now that shows the mentality of Kobe Bryant. To Tracy McGrady, it was just a workout to improve his skill set, to show what he can implement into his game, what he can perfect. In Kobe Bryant's mind, it was...
We're keeping the score, and I'm going to beat you, and I'm going to remember forever. I'm not going to remember where, why. Well, why is the practice, but I'm going to remember the score. Typical.
Also those things, but I have to do it at a higher level than Tracy McGrady does. It probably 1-2 dribble pull-ups, out the mid-post, however they were playing. he wanted to score more than Tracy McGrady in the drill because this is a pyramid. You know, at one point Tracy McGrady was averaging 32 a game, and people are having the conversations like Gilbert. What Gilbert was saying wasn't completely wrong. People were having conversations like that at the time. You know, people around sports, people in the media, average fans, you know, they were saying that Tracy McGrady as an individual talent is right there with Kobe Bryant. Gilbert won't wrong.
He was more talented. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say that. He was definitely more talented. Vince Carter too. A lot of shooting guards were more talented. Seriously, in NBA history, like, if I had to take a shooting guard that had the most potential, Vince Carter. By far. You see how high he jumps? You see his jump shot? Vince Carter had it all. But, of course, over the course of time, you see the separation in mentality. You see the separation in doing extra work. It really showed over the course of years. Vince Carter had all the tools to be the next MJ, by far. There's been no player as close to having all the tools. No player as close. They're trying to say Anthony Edwards, not a chance. Vince Carter was that person. But Kobe took what MJ did, and he can do the thing skill-wise, but athletic-wise, you can't match that. You can't. But Vince Carter, athletic-wise, had it. He did.
Wrong about that. Now, we're going to look at Olden, Polynice, and Byron Scott, you know, as they come against some of the things that's been said. See Dwayne Wade, what he had to say and all that. Let's peep.
Stop with the bullshit. I'm serious. This is whack, man. Get the hell off the air. The man is dead, man. And y'all gonna be criticizing him? Come on, man. That's one of the things I hate about this damn world, man. They're being opportunistic. Because this man's no longer here to defend himself. But you guys loved him. You love his shoes. You love everything about him. And now all of a sudden, oh yeah, I was way better. No, you were not. Bombs are talking. And I'm not saying that, Trace.
And to be honest, man, this is something I don't play with. You don't just play with spirits like that. If someone is dead, let them rest in peace. Don't throw dirt on them. Don't try to say, oh, it's because of the 2003 incident you died, you deserve to die, or say things about the person that you wouldn't say to them in person while they're dead. When someone is down, don't kick dirt on them. It's just basic morality people don't really have anymore. It's sad. It's sad to see. It's sad to see. You know? You don't like him, that's fine, but say it to his face when he's alive as opposed to behind his back when he's dead. What does it say about you if you're willing to do that? What does it say about you? It's disappointing to see, and it's also disappointing to see very few people coming out and saying something about it. I don't care where you rank him. I don't care about all of that. But when someone is down and you're kicking dirt on them, it says more about you.
Tracy McGrady or Jeff Teague now are bums. But it's a bum mindset to criticize this man, and he's not here to defend himself. You didn't say none of this shit when he was alive.
Yeah.
Let the man rest in peace. I'm sick and tired of this crap with these people.
Exactly. I wasn't crazy for saying let the person die in peace. Not just him, but anyone in general. Don't play your spirits. Just don't. Karma, I don't like to say it, but karma is a real thing. You know, and I don't want to wish back karma on anybody, but don't be the person kicking dirt on somebody while they're down. Just don't do it. Morality. I know the world doesn't praise it. It praises degeneracy. But be different. Be different from the bunch.
Well, my mama told me a long time ago, you know, if you ain't got something nice to say about somebody, don't say nothing, keep it to yourself. We were talking about one of the greatest players that ever played this game, who gave this game everything he had. I was in that locker room his last game when he told the guys on that team that he can walk away from this game feeling that he gave it everything he got. And he can walk away with a lot of pride. He even sacrificed friends, family, all the other shit because he wanted to be one of the greatest of all time. Like OP said, I mean, cut the bullshit. You know, all y'all out there talking all this shit about, you know, he ain't this, he ain't that, then cut the bullshit. We all know that he's one of the greatest of all time. Get that man his flowers and let him rest in peace.
Yeah.
Now, Bleacher Report has dropped the top 100
Oh, that is included in the video. Okay.
NBA players of all time list, and it got Kobe listed at number 11, right? And that caused a lot of controversy. You know, Kobe.
There's not that many people better. There's not. Say you don't like him. That's better than trying to pretend like his career didn't happen. Stop it. He's not better than Jordan. He's not better than a lot of players, but he's not 11th all time. That's stupidity.
Kobe, at a time, was considered top 5, top 6, 7 players that's ever played the game.
Between 3 and 7 is reasonable. For some people, between 2 and 7 is reasonable. Anything below that, you didn't watch enough basketball. You did not. And if you want to argue efficiency, Bill Russell is a center and he's less than 50% from the field. You're closer to the basket, you're bigger, and you're in an era with less competitive centers, less teams, and you shoot like that. If you want to argue efficiency, why is Bill Russell there? If it's because of rings, why isn't he number 1 over Michael Jordan? If you're going to make these stupid, foolish, fabricated cases, keep it even around the board. Why is Curry on there with 1 Finals MVP? Why is Curry on there with 4 rings? But rings matter. Don't contradict what you say by making exceptions to the people you like. Simple. Why isn't Robert Horry on the list? He has 7 rings. Let's stop. Stop the madness.
It seems like, you know, after he retired and as LeBron continued to play, the list has been made to push him further down and push LeBron further up. And I have no problem, even if somebody had LeBron number 2. It's just how far down Kobe Bryant is.
It's not that far down. Let's stop with the foolishness.
And but you know, I always look at this game as eras, and I'll say this:
Kobe was the best player of the 2000s by far, even with Shaq there, by far. He had the most points. He won the most. Tim Duncan was behind him in winning in the 2000s. He did the most. The only thing he didn't do the most out of MVPs because we know why. The media votes. The media votes. Since 2003, you know what happened in 2003, right? Since that, they were trying to push him out and talk more about LeBron. They were. You don't remember? Or you're trying to forget?
It seems like there's somewhat of an agenda against Kobe. It's like they're flushing his greatness. You think
it's obvious now. It's obvious. It's too obvious. Everybody is coming around taking shots now. Why? Like, I've not seen this before. I've just not. It's okay to think that he's not that great. That's fine. But all these players that claim to be supporters, why he's not here especially, it's forced. It's forced.
Kobe only won 1 title, and it seems like, you know, as time goes on, Shaq is, you know, him having Shaq is a big penalty to him.
It's crazy. Magic had Kareem. LeBron had, oh my goodness, Dwayne Wade, Ray Allen, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic. Like, come on. Are we really talking about this? Jordan had only Scottie Pippen. Bird, McHale, Parrish, Dennis, Curry, Kevin Durant. Every single person on the list had people. Shaq had Dwayne Wade after. Steve Nash, LeBron James. Every single person except for Michael Jordan had more than Kobe. Every single person on that list had more except for Michael Jordan. Except for Michael Jordan. Except for Michael Jordan. It's crazy, right? The gaslighting in this is so insane. It's so insane. And I'm talking about for all the championships. Anyway.
I mean, Shaq is a monster. You can't take away what he did in Orlando, what he done for the Lakers, and how dominant he was.
Oh, he was the most dominant player by far. But what did he do before Kobe and after? What did he do? Pau Gasol and Shaquille O'Neal have been swept the most without Kobe. Let that sink in for a second. This is things that hide from you. To elevate these guys to diminish him. I've been saying it, but now it's actually evident.
Can you put Shaq over Kobe Bryant as a basketball player on a list, though?
You can't. You cannot. You can't.
Shaq should have potentially been number one on this list.
Definitely. Shaq also had the most potential to be the greatest player ever. He had all the tools. But he didn't want to work on his free throws and didn't want to stay in shape. Potential doesn't mean what you are. Potential means nothing if you don't use it.
And when I say that, as someone who looks at him as if he would have taken care of his body and the level of dominance he...
I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about.
Exhibited in his peak years, then who would have stopped him? If he could have even made 65% of his free throws and kept his body in shape.
See what I said? He didn't work on his free throws and he didn't stay in shape. He didn't even need to hit that many. If he hit 6 out of 10, how many more points would he have scored?
Shape. You look at Shaq being number one on this list.
By far.
Because if he put it like this, if Shaq would have taken care of his body like Dwight Howard took care of his, there's no conversation.
Yeah.
There's no conversation. Shaq would be the number one player on this list, but he didn't. And him getting out of shape and all that stuff going on between him and Kobe, because the blow up caused Shaq to.
His career is cut shorter, to be honest. It could have been longer too. All that weight on his knees and ankles caused back issues and a bunch of issues that caused him to retire sooner than he should have, honestly. And what if he was in somewhat of good shape in Boston? He probably could have won one more ring. He probably could have.
Get traded and end up, in Miami, and he gets one more ring with Wade, but he's clearly not the same. He's not bad. He's a good big man still, right at all-star level, but he's not Shaq. Not Superman Shaq that he was with the Lakers.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I'm like, Kobe won 2 more titles without Shaq.
Yeah.
And he won with Gasol, Andrew Bynum, Lamar Odom, those guys. Meta, got one Meta too. So yeah, man, I don't know. I think it's a disservice being done to Kobe Bryant and him being. And I also think this is another thing. I think people think because Jordan is number one at his position, and Kobe isn't number one all time at his position, but some of the guys above him are. You look at Dougie, number one power forward and all that. Then. That
put 3-point guards in there, man, just not to put Kobe in there. It's crazy. Your top 5 should be 1 shooting guard, 1 point guard, 1 small forward, 1 center, 1 power forward, and then the bottom 5 after that is the next line of shooting guard, center, power forward, and so on. You have 3 point guards in there, just not to have them in there. How stupid are these people that make these lists? They're stupid. Bottom line.
Is what puts them above him, but that's not how it works, man. Kobe can be top 5 and nobody can bat an eye, with his resume, his career. And let's not forget some of the things that was needed to show who Kobe was in basketball. And nothing is more glaring and important as Kobe Bryant being added to Team USA to bring that dog.
And it's crazy. I'm looking at this list, right? LeBron and Tim Duncan played on the same Team USA team, and they got bronze. These guys that you consider better were on the team together, and they got bronze. So guess what? Tim Duncan's out, Kobe's in, and they win. It just proves the point. Like, just because the media didn't like a player doesn't mean that the player wasn't better. Know what I mean?
Against the world. That had fizzled out in all this friendly, teaming up, joining up basketball, where the USA team just couldn't get a win to save their life. Kobe Bryant went over there and said, okay, now I'm here. And this is what American basketball is about. And this is the redeemed team because I'm on it. I'm that guy now. Obviously, you know, LeBron and D-Wade and some of those guys, they were balling before. They had the stats before. They led the team in statistics before. Melo and all them. But Kobe Bryant, I'll guard the best player. Oh, yeah, when we play Spain, I'll make the big shots that LeBron, Wade, and some of those guys were missing in the games they were losing. I'll make the big shot, and I'll guard the top dog.
Wade was making big shots too, though. I won't go that far.
Oh, so let's not get it twisted. Kobe has so much to do with USA basketball
being back,
taking back over, and showing and asserting their dominance.
And these are the type of things that are try to erase from history.
No, and
that never happened. But then last year, Curry was clearly the best player, and they gave the MVP to LeBron. LeBron wasn't the best player on that team. It was Curry. Yet they gave it to LeBron. All right? They tried to boast him up in every way. Every way.
And that leadership he provided. No, we're here to win, and I'm going to hold everybody accountable.
Anyway, man, very informative video. I'll link the original in the description for you to go check it out. Thank you so much for reacting with me. Stay tuned for more reaction videos. God bless you, and I'll see you next reaction video.